everybody, it's VerticalSandwich. Welcome back to Dragon Quest XI post-commentary pet powers. So we're going to start with the boring ones. So in the pink. And, so you can see that, like, I mean, there are a lot of really powerful ones that have really great animations and stuff, and then there are about half of them don't. They're just these things. They're just more powerful, kind of. They're more powerful versions of attacks we know. No, Gloomstorm. I mean, it killed the guy. So yeah, so this will be my wrap-up videos, and there won't be a lot of commentary on the ones with really cool animations, so we'll take care of, like, what I thought of this game now. I've been playing this game for a little over a year, as far as on YouTube. And, I mean, I loved it. I liked it. It was... I don't think it was as fun as Dragon Quest VIII. It was bigger. Like... I love Blight of the Living Dead as a name for a pet power. So, Metal Ballad. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, it was bigger. It was a little more complicated, but I don't know. So, Tooth and Nail here. Which is pretty powerful. Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I liked it. It didn't have the sense of humor, I think, that Dragon Quest VIII has. It had a good story. It's not going to be my favorite game in the Dragon Quest series. It's, Dragon Quest VIII will always be that, probably. But it is nice to see big turn-by-turn RPGs still happening. So, Cold Feet. So yeah, because I love turn-by-turn RPGs, and I love turn-by-turn RPGs with great animation. And this one is one of those. I had a list of these as I was going through, by the way, so... I did try to get everyone that was listed. And some of these, like Scorch and Sweep, we've seen before, but I put them all in here, including the ones we used for leveling up. So here's Raging Dragons. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I liked it. It's not going to be my favorite RPG. It's not even going to be my favorite RPG in the series. Rust in Pieces is a fun name for a pet power. You know, I missed Yangus. Yangus was, there was no real character to replace Yangus, although I did like that the love interest for the main character was somebody he ended up with, and somebody who was not in his own party. Like, I liked that it wasn't Jade. I am a little surprised that they didn't give us better options for making Veronica an adult again. Let's see, what else? I mean, the systems, all the systems for the game are great. Like, the item system, the weapon system, the forging system for creating items is great. Movement is really nice. They did a really good job with this game. It's gonna go down as, you know, an amazing piece of work. It's an amazingly well-crafted game. Yeah, I'm gonna stop naming these off, by the way. You can read the name. So, so yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I have no complaints about how the game is crafted or what the game looks like or how the game feels. It felt great. It was a fun RPG. It had a lot of visual content. It had a lot of interesting stuff. I was a little bit, I mean, Dragon Quest VIII's, like, optional post-game bosses were harder than the post-game bosses in this game. It would have been nice to see a boss that was challenging over the level 85 or something, you know? I mean, I know that's a lot to ask, because you can go through, you know, all of Dragon Quest VIII's bosses at level 70 pretty consistently. But there's something about that last Rogovian trial where you have to fight, like, all 7 dragons at once. Or, like, back-to-back. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. If the last trial in the Trial of Whatevers had been something like that, it would have been amazing. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I really like this game. I really would, you know, it seems like a fun game to play around with. I don't know what kind of potential it has for kind of breaking the game. It would be a lot harder. I think because this game has 8 characters, it's a lot less prone to be the kind of thing that, like, I like to do with Dragon Quest VIII, where you take an entire character out of the game and play through it. That stuff is very fun to me. Whereas in this game, it seems like it would be hard for you to lose enough by taking out a character. You would almost have to take out multiple characters. Like, it would be something like,
I'll do my very
try to
best.
play the game with just a group of 4. You know, like, just get through it with, like, your hero and, like, Veronica, Serena, and Rhea would be pretty hard. Or Veronica, Serena, and Sylvando would be almost impossible. It wouldn't be almost impossible. It would be fine. It would. I can't think of a combination. You might suffer a lot trying to get through the game with all your heavy hitters instead, and just go like Eric, Jade, Hendrik, and your main character. Might be crazy. Or if you took out your main character and you could never use pep powers, that would be something. Like, that would be pretty crazy. So yeah, I mean, it was fine. The game was good. It was really good. I mean, I like that we regularly do RPGs, and I like that our RPGs are long, and I like that this one was long. And I liked the characterizations. I liked that every character had a backstory, and I liked that their backstories were reasonably fun. Serena and Veronica were the ones that kind of had the least of that going on. And I do like how they made the game like twice as long. That kind of thing is fun. Like, there was something fun about going back in time and then having not done certain things and having done certain things and having to kind of think about where you've been and what you've done and what kind of things have happened and what kind of things haven't. Like, that stuff was weird. And I thought the trophy suite for it was not too challenging.
Easy
frankly.
Peasy.
To tell you the honest truth, there weren't really the hardest one to do was the dedicated follower of fashion one. That one was the hardest. The Wheel of Harma is pretty hard. You have to get pretty lucky with the Wheel of Harma. So yeah, so overall, I mean, I'm glad we played it. But I'm kind of also glad to be done with it. I've been RPGing Dragon Quest XI for so long that I don't know, I can't even think outside of this game as far as RPGs go, and it's going to take me a little while to get another one together. I have an idea of what I want to do. So, I mean, so what we'll probably do is just go back down to to 2 LPs one every other day with Hollow Knight and Watam, and then we'll while I put together videos for a new RPG. Because like I said, I have an idea of what I want to do. I will tell you that it's not Dragon Quest 7 or Dragon Warrior 7. Although it could be, but it's not. So there. So again, these ones that are kind of without the animations, they don't take a lot of people to do. They're usually these 2 people ones where it's just like the main character and somebody else. So they're just adding their abilities to the main character's sword. And toward the end here, what I was doing was a lot of using pet pips to pep people back up. And doing multiple ones in one battle because they weren't taking out enemies in one hit. So like I said, we're gonna go from the easiest ones to the most complex just because of the way my files numbered themselves as I was as I transferred the files over. I wanted to do the exact opposite because then the last video would have been this boring one where I could do this whole talk to you about the game thing, but it didn't work out that way, so that's not the way it's gonna work out. Fiery Fandango is a great name for a pet power. I mean, I know I keep saying that. There's like, but they have good names. One of the things I was a little irked about, kind of in retrospect, was thinking about things like Underpants Dance from Dragon Quest VIII and how, again, there wasn't necessarily that kind of super goofy humor in these pet powers. Or like whatever the golden oldies, was that the one where all the old characters in the game come running through, like knock the enemy down? It's so ridiculous. So by the way, the reason this is sequenced the way it is because I had everybody pepped up and then I saved, and then I just kept reloading the file. Like that was why. So I just reload the file and like rearrange my characters and like run through which ones I could, and eventually got down to where there were only 5 left or whatever. And I may have missed one. I don't think I did, but I may have. I did at one point have to rearrange people's skill points to unlock 2 of them. I believe that those were Rust in Pieces and whatever the dance one was.
Big up!
Oh. Yeah, so we never used things like flashback, right? So there were a couple things like that I found where I was like, oh, we never used these abilities, like we should use them so that people can see what they do or what they look like. Like all these things I unlocked while I was just spending points off the last grind and never really messed with them. Yeah, and Disruptive Wave is just Wave of Ice. Like, which, it's about time that the good guys got Wave of Ice as an option for a Dragon Quest game. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was an option in 9 and 10. I wouldn't know because they're like Nintendo DS equipment exclusive.
Here goes nothing.
So yeah, so if they come out with a Dragon Quest 12 in 5 years, I will probably play it. Assuming it's on a console. It'll be on the PlayStation 5, probably. Because why wouldn't it? That's a really cool, like, you don't see him, we didn't see him with the boomerang at all. It's like entire game. Alright, and that's the only one we're going to show that has a cutscene in this entire video.
Easy peasy.
But eventually there'll be all cutscenes, and then it will be awesome. So yeah, aside from that, I don't really know what to say, because I don't have a lot of complaints about this game. I mean, it really... like... there were certainly some mistakes that could have been made, but they didn't make them. Like, making it so only people in your party leveled up when you defeated monsters would have been a big pain.
Victory is ours.
But they didn't do that. So everybody levels up together. Yeah, and I did find this golden bunny twice during this whole thing. So I figured I would show that. I would show the golden bunny. By the way, this is the area around Dundersill, in case anybody didn't notice that. Which, why would you? Well, I mean, it looks like the area around Dundersill. Because it was I thought it was the best place to get, you know, sturdy enemies. Without running around in the snow and fighting robots. And that was a pretty good, that was a pretty good one too, actually. That was pretty nice. So yeah, so it looks like at this rate we'll probably have 2 more videos after this would be my guess. Which is fine with me. And then when we're done with that, there'll probably be some dead space in our RPG spot while I put together, you know, the first... It's always nice to get the first couple videos uploaded, make sure I'm not going to get any horrible claims against me. And have to restart, but... And it's also kind of nice to have a break and not have to, you know, constantly... I mean, I've got... Since these are uploading every other day, 3 of these will give me 6 days. 5 days. And I'm laid off of work right now. It's January now, so those are the... That is the second slowest month in my profession, so... So yeah, so I have like a 5-day weekend. I'm on day 2 of it. So I can probably get these videos processed today and then start processing videos for some new stuff. Well, I have somewhat time I have to record. When it really comes down to it. The upside is I have book reviews recorded all the way through March. Yeah, none of these. The real problem with this was, aside from Egg Dragon's blessing, none of these pet powers were really all that spectacular, and that's a shame to say that, because there was also something really cool about getting an overpowered ability for your main character at level 60. Just naturally at level 60 for Dragon Quest VIII. But again, Dragon Quest VIII is always going to be a hard kind of gold standard to reach, because it was so much fun. It was so ridiculous.
Well that ends well.
It was just goofy. I mean, a clown. It's like a clown was the main character, and then or the main villain. And then when you when you meet the real form of the main villain, he looks like a firefly. I mean, that's amazing. It's so good.
Show you how it's done.
They just didn't take anything about it seriously. And there's an echo of that in Kalasmos being that little red guy, but like, it's not the same. It's not the same. Mordegon was way too serious a bad guy to make this a lighthearted game. So, when we get back from, you know, pet powers and stuff, or when we come back for more pet powers, I'll be doing less kind of commentating. They'll mainly just be videos about, I mean, just showing off these cutscenes, because really the cutscenes are the selling point here for these things. And so there'll be a little less of me, but at least now we know what the plan is, you know, a couple more videos. Just kind of showcasing these, and then we'll move on to whatever the next thing is. And the next thing will be whatever the next thing is. I mean, again, I have an idea, but it's always good to not spoil it, because you never know if things don't work out. There's always a backup plan. I always have a backup plan. I really don't have a backup plan, but I'll think of one the minute I figure out that what I'm trying to do isn't going to work.
You rang, honey?
One of the biggest problems, though, and this will be like a kind of a hint about it, is I have to do some rewiring, because I've been playing things on the PS4 for so long that to like hook up a different system is it's gonna be a pain. So there, you can work it out from there, maybe. Probably not. So, when we come back, more pet powers. Yeah, more pet powers. So there. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.